And welcome everybody, happy Friday. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube. This is Forex Trading for Beginners. Hello Sofian, how are you? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Where is everybody from? Where is everybody from? So let's check the time everybody. Melbourne, 2 a.m. Still 2 a.m. in the morning. Singapore 11 p.m. Madrid 4 p.m. New York and Toronto 10 a.m. and London, England GMT time 3 p.m. right? Welcome everybody. This is Forex Trading for Beginners. Our goal for you is to become consistently profitable, minimum 3 months, knowing when, how and why you make, and also you should know when, how and why you lose money. You should not be allowed to trade with real money until you reach the goal. As a beginner trader, what is the goal? To become consistently profitable, minimum 3 months. No losing months in between the 3 months, everybody. And here is the risk disclaimer. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and the webinars are not investment advice. They are for educational purposes only. Every last week, everybody, every last week in a month we have a so-called trading week when we are looking for trading opportunities. But remember, the webinars are not investment nor trading advice. Your job is to question everything and don't be fooled after you understand and master all these things here from January to December. Trading is 80% emotional and only 20% technical. So in order to be successful at trading, Eddington, you need to have your mind, set of rules, teacher Eddington if you are here, and your heart in the right place. Remember, if being consistently profitable is difficult, you probably still have things to learn, and if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? Ours, I mean maybe mine, maybe Dogdow's, maybe Wheezy's, maybe Sky is the limit, right? We have a new trader, she's a woman. So if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? Remember, 90% of traders who makes it between the 3rd and the 5th year of learning, everybody. For additional coaching or training or just questions, write a question, everybody. Don't be shy, send a question to the email, Skype or LinkedIn contact. So that being said, let's dive into the live markets. Yes, Eddington. Nice, great. So remember the set of rules. You need to know your rules, right? Okay, everybody. So the topic for today is support, resistance, and pivot points inside the market structure. So if you don't understand the currency pair, write in the chat box the currency pair that you want that we address. If not, I'm going with mine, right? So just for today, let's start with GBP AUD, okay? Another different currency. We are jumping from one to another. So you can see that the rules and the concepts are always the same and applying to every currency and every time frame. Okay? And I received an email from a student and he said, Passion, I just started watching your webinars and I don't properly understand market structure. Can you teach something? Okay, it's not the topic of today, but we can say something about the structure. So this is GBP AUD, everybody. Let's start with GBP AUD monthly chart first. Okay, let's go to the monthly chart. GBP AUD monthly chart. And we are going to draw first of all this is the topic for this month, right? It's structure, it's pivot point, support and resistance. So we are going to draw first the pivot point, which is an area, right? So more likely, okay, this is going to be the area, not the perfect one, but this is a pivot point, and we have resistance here, right? So let's color code this in red. In the webinar, everybody, if you have questions, just type in the chat, okay? Or if I'm talking too fast, write in the chat box, Passion, slow down, or Passion explain again, or Passion I don't understand. We are here for you, everybody, okay? So this is support, pivot point, support. Let's try to find another. What is this? Support. And this is, what is this? This is a pivot point, like, okay, this could be, the market reacted, okay, this is going to be a pivot point, not the perfect one, but still okay. You know, the live markets are a little bit different than the theory, right, that we are teaching. And this is what is this? This is resistance, right? This is resistance. We're going to color code this in red, okay? And we have what? We have another pivot point here. This is a pivot point, okay? We learned yesterday again, and I think we are done. That second line from the bottom is a pivot. Yes sir, yes sir, thank you Eddington, you are correct. Yes sir, it's a pivot point. Thank you teacher Eddington. So everybody, let's first talk a little about, so those are the pivot points and the support and resistance levels for GBP AUD monthly chart, okay? Now I'm going to open another monthly chart, okay, and we are going to talk about structure, okay? So what is structure? Structure clarifies, those are the rules everybody, structure clarifies the overall long trend. This is why structure is for, okay? Structure clarifies the overall long trend. And why is this important? Oh man, why is this important? This is important because when you trade on the smaller time frame, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, even daily, you are going to have waves. The market is going to wave, right? The market is going to wave. It's going to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then you are going to enter a short trade and you are going to lose the trade because the market is going to retrace, and on the smaller time frame is going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And you could easily think as a beginner trader that you are in an uptrend, which you are not. You are just in a down retracement, okay? And then you are going to think, oh, I'm in an uptrend, I'm going to go long, right? I'm going to buy, and you are going to lose again. Why? Because the market just reversed and it's continuing its down structure. So for the student that sent me an email, please don't say my name, I want to be anonymous, no problem. Okay, so this is structure. Structure is the orange line. Now, other rules. Structure is defined by absolute highs and absolute lows. This is another rule, okay? But not all highs and not all lows are going to define structure. This is another rule. So, structure is defined by absolute highs and absolute lows, but not all highs and lows are going to define structure. Okay? And lastly, what we have the trend line that is going to confirm you or the down or the up structure. Okay? We have learned this in January. What is a trend line? The trend line is a tool that is going to confirm the overall trend. Okay? And we have the three trend lines: the long term general trend line, the short term, the inner trend line, and the so-called medium term, the outer trend line. Okay, then we have even more aggressive trend lines, but basically we have three. Now from the monthly chart, this is our downtrend line, everybody. Okay, this is our downtrend line, and I'm going to jump on the weekly chart. I'm going to jump on the weekly chart because I want you to see the highs and the lows. Okay, GBP AUD. Now this is the weekly chart. Very briefly, then we are going to talk about support, resistance and other things. So structure, right, is the high, is the low, is the high. Okay, let me see if we have more structure. If you want, right, the low, the high and the low. This could be the structure. Okay, are the absolute highs and lows. Let's color code this in black, right? And okay, so one more rule about structure: you don't want to have 7, 8 highs and lows. You want to have 2, maybe 3, right? Okay, so this is structure. The market is making lower lows, lower highs, the black one. Okay, in the meantime you have the highs and the lows. We're going to color code in blue, right? So high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Look at how many. I'm not going to draw every high and low, but look at how many highs and lows you have. So structure is defined by highs and lows, but not all highs and lows are going to define structure. Okay, I know it's a lot of information, everybody, but if you missed January, you can watch the webinars recordings. Okay, we started from January very slowly, talking about the market structure and everything. Okay, so everybody, do we agree on this downtrend here? Okay, do we agree on this downtrend? And especially, do we agree that this downtrend has finished in here? I'm going to draw this with the circle. So do we agree that we are in a downtrend, structural downtrend with the red downtrend line? And do we agree that the market stopped the downtrend and changed from the downtrend to the uptrend? Do we agree on that? You can say yes, you can say no, you can say I'm not sure, you can say I don't know. And don't be shy, everybody, there is no right or wrong, there are just different types of different ways of looking at markets. And Paul says yes. Hello Paul, how are you? Okay, great. Eddington, teacher Eddington, do you agree? Paul says yes. Sofian, what do you think? Teacher Eddington, what do you think? Do you agree? And Paul says yes, because it starts to making higher highs and higher lows. Yes, sir. So I'm going to clean up the chart a little bit. Miguel, hello. I'm going to clean up the chart. Clean up, okay. And we are going to separate the left side. I'm going to clean up the chart. Clean up. Because sometimes there are too many informations on the chart. Okay, I'm going to remove. Okay, so we have the left quadrant. Arthur says yes. Okay, and so what now? What about the right side? What about the right side? Well, if the market structure clarifies the overall general trend and the absolute highs and lows are going to define the market structure, then market structure right now is going to be this. Okay, this is the actual market structure. Okay, now there are a few points for the trend, right? For the trend, for the downtrend and for the uptrend, and the same goes with the market structure. You need to have minimum 2 highs and 2 lows in an uptrend, and the second high and the second low must be a higher high and a higher low for you to say as a beginner trader that this trend is confirmed. And the same goes with the downtrend. You need to have minimum 2 lows and 2 highs, and the second low and the second high must be a lower low and a lower high. Those are the basic rules of trading, everybody. Okay? So the same applies with structure. Okay? Now, what's the problem in here? This structure, which we are saying that it's an up structure, right? We are in an uptrend. The problem is that this structure is not 100%. Okay? So structure is at 75%. Okay, completed. Completed. I hope my English is right, correct? So this structure is at 75%. Why is that? Because we are missing the higher high of the overall general trend. We are missing the higher high. We don't have a higher high yet. Okay? Now, one more thing. Why do we draw this structure like this? Well, again, because the downtrend, everybody, not the structure, but the downtrend has ended, right? And the market reversed from making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, changed direction, reversed, and it's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? So, teacher Eddington, especially for you, my friend, what we are seeing right now, we are seeing an up structure, 75% completed. Okay, 75%. And we are right now in a short-term or medium-term uptrend. Passion, why? Well, because the market is making higher highs and higher lows. That's why. Okay? So what this represents to the beginner trader, everybody, this represents a risk. Okay? Passion, can I trade an uptrend? Yes, you can. No problem. Yes, you can trade the uptrend. I mean, you should trade the uptrend because you are. I mean, the market and we are in an uptrend, right? The market is making higher highs, higher lows. But talking about structure, we are not in a confirmed up structure, not yet. Okay? This is what is important. One more thing, everybody, maybe it's going to be too much information for just one session, but this is so important for the beginner trader. Why? Because talking about trading and stops, if you are going to go long and if you put your stop loss down here, you are taking a 50-50 trade, okay? And if you are putting your stop loss down here, this is an 80-20 trade. Okay? Why? Well, because the up structure is not confirmed yet. Okay? So when the market is going to complete the higher high, then yes, this stop loss in here is going to become, I'm going to widen, this stop loss in here is going to become an 80% stop. I mean, your trade is going to have, this is not me, everybody, being smart, this is statistically proven. Okay, professional traders know that. This trade, no guarantees whatsoever, we don't have a crystal ball, but this trade, after the market established a new higher high structure, this stop loss and these rules apply to every time frame, this stop loss become an 80%. Not that you are going to be stopped out 80%, but your trade is going to have 80% probability of success. Eddington is saying, if we make a new all-time low, then would the previous down structure become active again, or do we start a new down structure only on the last section on the chart? Great question, teacher Eddington. What do you think? What do you think? Great question. What do you think? So what Eddington is asking, if this is the monthly chart, right? Or we were on the weekly. If this is the weekly chart, I'm going to compress the chart. Teacher Eddington is asking if the market breaks this structural low on the left, does the down structure continue? This is Eddington's question. If the market is going to fall for any reason and is going to break the absolute low from the weekly or monthly chart, does this price action become a long-term down structure? What do you think, teacher Eddington? Great question. And everybody else? New structure, says Paul. I think we go back and start from the all-time high, and you don't need to go to the all-time high, you just connect the structure. So, as we have learned in January, you need to readjust, right? You need to adjust your structure. I'm going to show you, Eddington. Okay? So, if this is the previous structure, right? Highs, lows. If you want highs, lows, okay? Then come on. Then, and if the market breaks and makes a new lower low, then the new structure that you can adjust is going to be this. Absolute high, absolute low, absolute high, new absolute low. So this is going to become the new structure. Let's color code this in what? Green. Okay, let's go with green. Okay. Why like this? Well, because if the rules go, structure is what clarifies the overall trend, everybody. Okay? Teacher Eddington and everybody else, any questions so far? I know maybe it's too much information for one session, because we are going to address support, resistance and pivot points inside the market structure. Yes. Question, yes please. The more questions the better. But Eddington, I'm interested in, do you understand what you are trading right now on the weekly chart, GBP AUD weekly chart? Eddington and everybody else, do you understand what you are trading right now? This chart is a mess. Yes, I know. Based on your description, then the downtrend is still a downtrend even without the new all-time low, but it would be a 75% complete downtrend. No sir, no sir, no sir. No sir, no sir. Okay, what Eddington is saying is, oh, but based on your explanation, we can say that we are, okay, I'm going to clean up the chart, remove, based on the explanation, Eddington is saying, well, so we are in if this is the lower low and this is the lower high, okay, then maybe we are in a 70%, yeah I know, that we are maybe in a 70% down structure, okay. Everybody, AUD JPY monthly chart, AUD JPY monthly chart. AUD JPY monthly chart. Okay, This is why currency pairs are waving inside the two bands, the upper band and the lower band from the monthly chart. Okay, so when your trend, Eddington, when your trend is finished or the market switched from the downtrend to the uptrend near the lower band, then this rule does not apply. Okay, you are correct if you are looking at the 4-hour chart, 2-hour chart, daily chart, but we said that the monthly chart is the exception to the rule. Okay, because we said that the forex trading, the forex market is nothing more than a financial game, for the lack of a better word, between the two countries, and countries have contracts because of the imports and exports, and the two countries sign the contract that they are going to maintain, okay, the value of their currency inside this monthly band. Teacher Eddington, do you understand why, generally speaking, you're thinking it's okay, but not from the weekly chart? Why not? Because this absolute low is the lower band from the monthly. Yes, okay, great. So we just help to the show. Miguel, I don't understand your question. Okay, everybody, this is the absolute low from the monthly in here. Okay, but Eddington is right. On the smaller time frame, if you have the downtrend or you have the uptrend, right, and you have like this is a 75% up structure, and this is the 75% down structure, but not from the monthly chart, because from the monthly chart is the exception to my irony, okay, is the exception for many rules. Okay, I know there is a lot to take in one session, everybody. If you don't understand market structure and trends inside trends, go rewatch, okay, go rewatch the webinars or connect with me on Skype, whatever. Okay, so support, resistance and pivot points inside the market structure. Well, Eddington said, okay, so the GBP AUD, the uptrend has also ended. The uptrend is no, you are right now in an uptrend, Eddington. I find this new aspect of structure very complex. Yes, it is, Miguel, because the structure is not fixed. You need to adjust together with the market. Why do you not start a new down structure? Why do Holistic Holy Order of Saint Mr. Tesla here had quite hard 2 months. Boss forgot to mention about the Tesla. How are you? How are you, Tesla? Missed you. How are you? Teacher Eddington, great question. Great question, Teacher Eddington. What do you think? This is the, now let's address the support, resistance and pivot points. If no, the time is going to leave us. Okay, why don't you project, right? Why don't you project a new lower low? Right? What do you think, Teacher Eddington? Why would be this approach would be wrong? Why this approach would be wrong, Teacher Eddington? What do you think? What do you think? Because the position lines, no sir. No sir. The answer is because we cannot cross, I mean we can, but the monthly chart is the exception to the rule, and you cannot cross the lower band until the market crosses the lower band. Okay, I'm going to show you an example. NZD CAD, another example, NZD CAD monthly chart. Okay, it's just an example, teacher Eddington, for you to understand. Okay, in some point in time we don't have a crystal ball, right? But in some point in time this was the upper band, right? And this was the lower band. This is NZD CAD monthly chart, right? So with structure you cannot break the upper or the lower band with structure until the market actually breaks it. And so what happened, in some point in time on this pair the market broke with the wick, right? The market broke the green line. Okay, so you can break the lower and the upper band until the wick of the monthly time frame of the candle. Okay, but you cannot go over there with structure. I know I'm confusing trend lines with structure, but because there is no newer high, the uptrend ended and we went into a downtrend. No sir, everybody, no sir, no sir. Okay, let's address this. This is GBP AUD weekly chart. Okay, and you use the downtrend break as an indicator to draw the new up structure. Why can't we use the break of the uptrend to start drawing? Because of the monthly bands, Eddington. Because of the monthly bands. FXPassion, you have a new microphone. Your voice is much softer now. Yes. Yes. Because of the monthly bands, Eddington. Okay, so if this is the monthly, if those are the monthly bands, right, and the market is waving from the upper band to the lower band, when the market touches the lower band, we addressed this in the previous webinars, when the market touched the lower band from the monthly chart, no guarantees whatsoever, we don't have the crystal ball. And we remember the Euro CHF disaster. I don't care what is happening in here. I don't care if your Fibonacci is pointing down, your Ichimoku is pointing down, your Elliott wave is pointing down, your super mega JP Morgan system is pointing down. Your bias, everybody, should be up. Okay, teacher Eddington, are we clear on that? Oh, passion, but you can. Yes, you can. You can do anything you want in the forex market. Yes, you can. But it would be wrong. No, but let's move on. Okay, we are going to discuss tomorrow, teacher Eddington. Okay, everybody, so ask question, please. It's important for you to understand. Okay, ask questions. Okay, so we are here right now. This is GBP AUD monthly chart. So we are here right now. Okay, this was the short-term uptrend, short-term, medium-term. This was the short-term, medium-term downtrend, and right now we are in the short, medium-term uptrend in here. Okay, do we agree on that, everybody? That we are right now in the short-term, medium-term uptrend. Pivot points, says Paul. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But if you're a beginner trader, what should you trade? Should you go long? Should you go short? Based on the monthly chart, okay, what should you be doing? Should you be buying this currency pair? Or should you be selling this currency pair? What do you think? Should you be buying this currency pair on the 2 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, or should you be selling this currency pair right now? Remember, there is no right or wrong. You can go short, you can go long. Both traders can lose and both traders can win. It's all the... Yes sir, Miguel says buying. Yes sir, yes sir. Okay, so we are in an... looks like a bearish flag continuing downtrend long term. Okay, Paul and everybody else, is or is not the market doing higher highs, higher lows? Is or is not the market doing higher highs, higher lows? Okay, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Okay, is or Paul says yes. Okay, so if the market is making higher highs and higher lows on the monthly, then is going to make also higher highs and higher lows on the weekly, right? Because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Oh, Passion, but I don't trade on the 4-hour chart. Great, let's go on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, even better, right? This is the 4-hour chart. So you could be buying the 4-hour chart until here. Okay, then you should stay out if you want. It's just a suggestion. Or you can be selling the 4-hour chart when the market breaks the downtrend line. You could be buying in here, you could be selling in here, right? And right now we are here on the 4-hour chart. Do we agree on that? And on the 4-hour chart, structure is high, low, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We are here right now. This is the structure on the 4-hour chart. Okay? As a beginner trader, everybody, you should address, you should know. I know it's complicated, Miguel, don't worry. What I'm trying to teach you, everybody, that as a beginner trader, you should understand and you should know what are you trading from the monthly chart, what are you trading, come on, what are you trading from the weekly chart, okay, what are you trading from the daily chart. Let's compress the chart. You should know this, because when you are going to lose or before you are going to enter the trade, your job is to enter high probability trades, everybody. Professional traders try to enter high probability trades. Okay, if this is the daily chart, you should know what you are trading on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. And as a beginner trader, you don't know nothing about the forex market. We explained this in January, that as a beginner trader, that you should be buying, okay, that you should be buying the extensions, and if you can, if you are patient enough, you should be staying out inside the retracement. Okay, why is that? Because the extension trades are going to give you a higher probability of success. Why is that? Well, simply because you are going with the trend. Passion, can I trade retracements? Yes, you can. You can trade retracements, absolutely, but bear in mind that you are taking a higher risk simply because you are going against the trend. Okay? Look at, come on, look at this here, right? The market was, I'm going to show you exactly when and where the beginner trader is losing money. Okay, so we were in an uptrend in here. Okay, we were in an uptrend, this price movement in here, and then you don't have the crystal ball, of course. You don't know what is going to happen in the future, but the market broke the uptrend line, and some of the beginner traders are going, oh, let's short the market. Let's short the market. The market just broke the uptrend line. Let's short the market. Well, wait a minute. What are you trading? Are you in an uptrend or are you in a downtrend? Well, Passion, I'm in an uptrend, so why don't you stay out and enter on the next counter trend line break and take advantage of the trend? Trade with the trend as a beginner trader, okay? Not a professional that knows how to hedge and everything, but a beginner trader. Why don't you stay out and wait that the market breaks the counter trend line? Oh, but I want to make money, I want to make pips, and I'm a counter trend trader and I'm going to short. Well, okay, some traders short the market in here, and see what happened. As a beginner trader, I know some of you projected that the market is going to fall, right? You projected that the market is going to fall until here, but what happened? It was a shallow retracement, everybody. Okay, this is why the rules are so important. Oh, I know, oh, but I don't want to wait for 1 week for an entry, and everybody, there are currency pairs that I wait a month for an entry. I'm waiting right now to short Canada CHF for about 3 weeks already. Okay, staying out of the market when it's not the right time to trade is a part of a trader's job. Okay, don't trade just because of the sake of trading, everybody. Okay, be patient, wait for the counter trendline break, and then enter together with the overall general trend and structure. And even with this, sometimes you are going to lose. We lose sometimes, everybody, even with this. Even following all the rules, all the strategies, you know, the market is unpredictable. Okay. Now, GBP AUD. How to trade support, resistance, and pivot points inside the market structure. Okay, this is market structure. Paul, Miguel, Tesla, Teacher Eddington, what are you going to do in here? What are you going to do? How are you going to win this trade? You have resistance up here, and you have a pivot point down here. What are you going to do? Are you going to go long after the counter trendline break, or are you going to go short if the market breaks the uptrend line? What are you going to do? And Tesla is saying, I am nowadays an advisor for professional traders. Not a bad career, but still working hedge fund could be more profitable. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teacher Paul, Teacher Miguel, Teacher Eddington, what are you going to do? How are you going to win this trade? And especially when the market is going to approach one band or the other, how are you going to win this trade? Okay? Eddington says going long, very good. Is anybody in here who wants to short GBP AUD? Is anybody in here who wants to short GBP AUD on the 4-hour chart? 1-hour chart, daily chart, whatever. Tesla, what about you? Paul, what about you? Miguel, what about you? Do you want to go long? Do you want to go short? There is no right or wrong. Sofian, if you are here, what about you? Do you want to go long? Do you want to go short? Can you read my comments? Go long after a break of the counter trend line. Great question, teacher Miguel. Yes, sir. Okay. Great. Now let's go on the daily chart. Let's go on the daily chart. Right. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. Come on. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Remove, remove, and remove, and remove. Okay. I'm going to clean up the chart a little bit for you to see. Remove, remove, and remove. Okay. So this is the daily chart, and we are in the, I cannot say it's a short term because it's from 2017, right? But talking about structure, this uptrend is shorter. Okay. Now, talking about structure, right? What do you think, everybody? The market reacted here, and here, and here. And why do you think the market reacted here and here? And maybe, just maybe, the market is going to fall. We don't know, right? I don't have the crystal ball. Okay, so don't be shy, everybody. There is no right or wrong. Okay, teacher Eddington and teacher Miguel, they are going to go long after the counter trendline break. So we had here counter trendline break, counter trendline break. Okay, the market is retracing, maybe on the next counter trendline break. Okay, but we are locked inside this pivot point and this resistance, the red resistance, right? The red resistance. Okay, so how to trade support, resistance, and pivot points inside the market structure? Our time is moving fast. So what do you think, everybody? We have two traders. Okay, let's remove. We have two traders. Trader number one is going to short the market. Okay, trader number one is going to short the market because he thinks that we are locked for the time being in the sideways channel. Okay, this is trader number one. Oh, sorry, trader number one is going to short the market because he thinks that we are locked for the time being in the sideways channel. You know, there is no right or wrong, and we don't have the crystal ball, but he sees this. He's saying, oh, the market reacted, the market responded in the same way for 3 times. Now we have the trader number two. Okay, trader number two is going to buy the market, going long after the CTB counter trendline break. Okay, because he thinks that we are in an uptrend. Okay, every trader has its points. Okay, every trader has his points. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is the uptrend line, and you have the trader number 3. Okay, trader number 3 is going to buy the market at the lower band. It's basically a mix between the trader number 1 and trader number 2. He's going to buy the market at the lower band of the sideways channel. Okay, you have 3 traders, 3 different strategies are going to be applied. Which one is you, everybody? What do you think? We are talking about probabilities here. Who do you think has the greater chance of success? The trader number 1, that is going to short the market because he thinks we are locked in a sideways channel. So this is trader number 1, right? Trader number 2 is going to buy the market going long after the counter trendline break. So we have a counter trendline break here. And trader number 3 is going to buy the market at the lower band of the sideways channel. Miguel says number 3. Great answer, Miguel. Can you explain to others why do you think the trader number 3 has the better chance of winning? What do you think? We are slowly running out of time, everybody. What you should learn is that you should trade as a beginner trader, okay? This is the concept. Because the sideways comes from a previous uptrend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay? Concept. For the beginner trader, even if you have pivot points and support / resistance going against you, you should, no guarantees, but you should always try to trade in the direction of the market structure and possibly the actual trend when the actual trend is going with the market structure. Okay, those are going to be the high probability trades. Okay, this is the concept for today as a beginner trader. Even if you have pivot points and support resistance going against you, you should always try to trade in the direction of the market structure and possibly the actual trend when the actual trend is going with the market structure. So you can believe me or not, everybody, okay? But where is the weekly chart? Weekly chart in here. You can believe me or not, but if you are trading long in here, independently on the strategy, what you are using, what indicator is Fibonacci, Chimoku, or just simple counter trend lines and trends going up, you have a higher chance of success than shorting the market. And Miguel explained why. Because structure is up and the actual trend is up. Okay, that gives you an edge. Of course you need to address risk reward, right? You need to address what is happening on the smaller time frame. But if you know how to properly identify the stop levels, right? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, okay? So if you enter, these webinars are not investment or trading advice, everybody. If you entered on this counter trend line, or if you are going to enter on the next counter trend line, if you can, because of your risk management, if you can put your stop loss down here, 10 pips or 100 pipettes below the uptrend line, you have an 80% chance of your trade to be a winner. Okay? Oh, Passion, how do you know? I don't know, this is pure statistics, everybody. Okay? There are countless statistics on the internet you can read about high probability trading, the setups. Okay? There are no guarantees, of course. It can come what? Great Britain, and it can do, the Prime Minister can do a mess, right, in Europe, and of course the GBP can fall. Okay? And it can break the structure, and it can break the all-time low. So we are talking about normal conditions. Okay? When there is no fundamental change in between the two countries, then you are entering a high probability trade going up right now, because the market structure so far is up and we are in an uptrend. Okay? Any questions so far? Do we agree on that? You can say, no, I don't agree, I'm going to short, no problem. There is no right or wrong. We don't have a crystal ball. Everybody, do you know how to explain to somebody else why it's better to be long on the GBP AUD from the monthly, weekly and daily standpoint than to be short? Sideways belongs to the trend. Yes, sir. Correct, Miguel. You are correct. Sideways movement channeling is part of the trend. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, everybody, our time is up. Happy Friday. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Let's go relax and see you back on Monday with the new topic. February, we are talking about trading support, resistance and pivot points, right? So until Monday, I'm not going to tell you trade with passion because there is the weekend, right? But stay strong, stay strong. Stay strong and see you back on Monday. Have a nice weekend, everybody. This is FXPassion signing off.